are you? It's me again, back with another video. So, you guys know that on this channel, we talk about everything and anything, the shit that everybody thinks but doesn't have the balls to talk about. And this week's topic for me, no one talks about it, but there's a lot of stereotypes. I feel like, you know what, it's not even just about body hair. I kind of want to touch on personal hygiene as well, because I feel like people think that if you don't shave your vagina, you're unclean, which, okay, absolutely untrue. One of my friends I was at school actually, she would shave her legs all summer, but when it came to winter she wouldn't, and I'd be like, why? And she'd be like, why would you shave it off? It keeps you warmer. And I was like, oh, she's onto something. Honestly, never joined in on that trend that she was setting. You know, everybody has a personal preference. Mine, I like to be like a dolphin, bitch. I like to be silky smooth everywhere. Just makes me feel good within myself. I love getting into bed, you know, with freshly shaved legs, and your covers are all nice, and it's just like, you know, that's just how I like to feel. I know I've seen a lot of girls on Instagram recently that feel more comfortable within themselves for not having to shave their armpits or not having to shave their legs. And you know what? Good for you, girl. Go you, because why should women have to shave? I don't think they should have to at all. I tell you what, when I was younger and I was on holiday, I was with my sister around the pool, and there was this woman walking around the pool, and as she walked past me, bushing out of her her bikini area, it was just like, boof, bitch, like I can't, she had pubes popping out left, right and center, and I looked up and I was like, ew. Bearing in mind, at that time, I was young, didn't have pubes, hadn't gone through puberty, nothing like that. So to see that, I was like, I don't want that. Like, it just seemed horrendous. Now, I don't know why I thought that, and I've never given it a second thought after that until doing this video right now. But thinking about it, maybe I thought that because as a kid, obviously, I watched a lot of TV. There was a lot of adverts of women who were, you know, advertising razors, shaving their legs. They'd literally shave their legs really quickly and then go out on a date with a guy. And whether, obviously, I didn't think it consciously, but probably subconsciously, that little kid that I was thought, right, so you have to shave your legs to go meet a guy because that's what girls do, that's what guys like. There's this idea in society that if you have a hairy body, you're dirty in some way. You know, I've heard people say that, you know, if you don't shave your vagina, it's dirty, and I've got news for you, people that think that. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna read it because I literally wrote it down. I got this off the NHS website about pubic hair, so I've wrote it down word for word and I'm gonna read it out to you. So it says, pubic hair can protect you from bacteria and other unwanted pathogens. It provides cushion against friction, preventing injury. So unless you want a bruised, I feel like women should be able to choose whether they want to shave any part of their body or not, and not be judged for it. And I've seen quite a few women on Instagram not shaving and still posting and looking flawless as fuck, but I still see comments, surprisingly mostly from guys, like, what the fuck are you doing, like, you dirty, you know. I want women to be equal to men, and I know that things have changed massively in recent years for us women, and we've become so much more empowered. But honey, I don't think we're there yet. We're not done, because it's okay for men to have body hair and men to choose to shave their beard or not, and men to choose to shave their chest hair or not, but there's this idea that women women should shave because that's what women do. And to me, that's like thinking, well, women should cook because that's what women should do. I just feel like it's such a sexist thing. I'm not okay with it. Girls, whatever your fucking preference is, do it. Do not be ashamed. Don't give a fuck. And you know what? If a man is immature enough to say something nasty about how you choose to have your body, he's not worth having in your life, honey, okay? I'm gonna get really real with you. I think a lot of women have been in this situation which I'm about to say. Me personally, I've mentioned it before, I like to be smooth. I like to be fresh like a fucking baby bird with no feathers, you know? But there's days where, you know, I'm getting a shower and I think, you know what, I really can't be fucking bothered to shave my vagina. I'll just do my armpits and my legs. Done. Or I'll be feeling really poorly and just not, because I feel too ill. And my boyfriend doesn't come to me and be like, bitch, what you doing? You need to shave. So if any of you are with a man that's like, shave, then tell him, because it's your choice, girl, it's your body. I feel like as well, I've mentioned it a couple times, how people think having a hairy vagina is dirty. I feel like not only do they think it's dirty, but that it can smell due to pubic hair. Now, everybody, I'm pretty sure, on this planet knows that your vagina can sometimes create an odour if it's unwashed. Now, again, from the NHS website, just so people aren't like, Jodie, you're making that up. Vagina odour does come from discharge. Now, if you don't know what discharge is, you're probably a boy watching this video. You should probably go to bed. It can also come from period blood and sweat. It's advised that you wash your vagina at least once a day, and while you're on your period, twice a day. Discharge is absolutely normal. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, everybody sweats again. I actually have a tip from a prostitute about this. So when I talk a little bit more about sweat, I'll tell you a little bit. But while I'm talking about discharge, if you don't know what discharge is, you should know what discharge is. This isn't a fucking sex ed class, okay? Your vagina produces discharge basically to clean itself. That is your vagina's way of cleaning itself. Your vagina has a pH balance, and sometimes that pH balance can be disrupted. Your pH balance is basically like you have a healthy level of bacteria in your vagina. And when I first heard that, I was like, I have bacteria in my vagina, ew, like, but it's healthy bacteria. But to not disrupt this healthy pH balance, I can give you a couple tips. So for washing your vagina and hygiene tips, I would say avoid using perfumed soaps. Again, due to the pH balance, perfumed soaps, you know, it can just disrupt the pH balance, which can cause irritation, it can cause infections, I think it can cause thrush. Girl, Brandi has already done a video on this channel about thrush not too long ago, so if you want to know more about that, oh my god, go watch her video. You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna link it in the description because you need to watch that video. I was hooked all the way through. So I'm not gonna go too deep into thrush, but Brandi does talk about the pH balance and about thrush, so go watch that. Also, don't douche. Now, I didn't know what douching was because I've never done this, but apparently some girls will get like the shower head and literally shove it up their vagina, like shooting water up. What is with all my hand fucking shooting water up there, you know, because they don't feel clean enough, because they know that they've got bacteria. But realistically, you're getting yourself so clean that it's unhealthily clean, and it will cause possibly thrush, you know, an infection, maybe a UTI. If you don't know what a UTI is, then you've obviously never had one, and they fucking suck. I've had a couple and I've hated every living second of it. UTIs, this girl, I'm not, you know what, you clicked on this video, we talk the truth, so I'm just gonna say it. UTIs are caused from bacteria in poo entering the vagina. This can be from sex. It can also be from the way you wipe your vagina after having a wee, or maybe after having a poo. They do advise that you wipe from front to back. Now, okay, TMI, but I can't do that. What the fuck? Who wipes like that? I go from back to front and done. Like, what? It can also come from sex, as I mentioned, because obviously there's bacteria around your vagina, and inside your vagina is where the healthy bacteria is. Now, the penis, I hate that word, can push the bacteria around your vagina, or from his, I need to think of another word, his weenus, up inside, disrupting the pH balance, which can cause a UTI. You know, if you feel like you have a UTI, there's symptoms such as, you know, itching, feeling like you constantly need to pee. I can't remember any others off the top of my head, but there are loads of things that you can do, such as drinking cranberry juice is apparently really good for your vagina. If you do have a UTI that isn't going away, antibiotics, go see your doctor. They can do a little test. Anyway, back to sweat. No one I've ever met has ever spoke to me about sweat, minus this one prostitute. And I didn't even meet this girl in real life. I didn't meet her in face-to-face, in person. I met her online, because I hated having a shower, and then, you know, in summer when it's really fucking hot and like 2 hours later it's midday, you're sweating fucking every possible place, every crevice, every pore on your body is sweating, and a couple hours later you feel like you stink. Now, putting deodorant on your armpits, cool, but what about my vagina? So I googled it. I'm just gonna be real, I googled it, and there is special deodorant that you can buy for your vagina. Now, I bought it, it was okay, but if you're like me, I have really sensitive skin. I can only use one type of deodorant, and that's Nivea. If I use Dove or Shore or anything, it makes me itch, it makes me come out in this big rash, it makes me extremely dry. So I just stuck with Nivea, and you know what, I just use a Nivea roll-on deodorant on my vagina, and you're fucking good as new, babes. You smelling lush all day. So if your man is gonna go down on you, woo! That is all I have for this week's video. I feel like I've absolutely whizzed through that. I don't know if I've covered absolutely everything. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also, remember to subscribe to the Aurora's Angels YouTube channel for me and my other girlfriends' videos. You can follow me on all my social media. I am on Instagram at JodieXWard. You can follow Aurora's Angels on Instagram at Aurora's Angels UK. I will link everything down below. If you want to go have a look at the Aurora's Angels website as well, you can use my code JodieWard30 for 30% off your order, because babes, they have some amazing stuff coming in. Thank you so much for watching. Lots of love to you all. Bye.